What is up, DTube? Steem blockchain. So today I want to talk just a little bit fast about this very interesting topic that I'm going to call why DTC token may become more worth than Steem token. So I love both tokens. I love both sort of systems. But let's go into this a little bit. So Elsa KJ on YouTube basically made a video talking a little bit about this. That I think she said that Steam may go down to 5 cents again, and and this is not financial advice, but I can very well see that happening as well. That it can for sure go down to 5 cents or 3 cents or just down there to those levels. It has been there in the past. It can very well go there again. Because it seems like this Bitcoin stuff and this crypto industry, it looks like that it's almost going to be a little bit longer. It may be a little bit longer bear season here. I had like a dream that it would just like boom moon and stuff like that, but markets in many ways tend to do the opposite of what people think. So now a lot of people almost start to like think that, oh, 2020 is guaranteed. The BTC is going 10x, baby. It's going 10x. Isn't that like when it's going to go down to 3K again or like 2K again? And if that happens, like the confidence in the market is just going to be like hammered down, because you're gonna have all these traumas that people had from 2018. You're gonna have all this trauma be awakened again, and people are gonna like lose more confidence. And even people that are saying like, oh, Bitcoin is going to 50K. Even them are gonna start to wonder, like if it's down to like 3K or like 2K again, even there they are probably going to, maybe they're not gonna leave, but they're probably gonna look at it more from a more long-term perspective. And sort of again, sort of start to consider like this might take a longer time. And this brings me to this interesting point of DTC. Why is DTC interesting? Why is DTube interesting? Because it's like beer times. It's beer times, and stuff that is being worked upon in beer times, stuff that is not like hyped up, because currently like DTube is not hyped up. It was something that came up in like, let's say, bad time, and it's very interesting with projects that sort of comes up or like pops up in like bad, so-called bad times. Because if you look at DTube when it came out, when it really started to come out there, early 2018, it's only like been downhill in terms of like the Steam price. It's only been downhill since January of 2018. But despite that, we have something called DTube, which is, it's interesting, and it's like in many ways a lot of the stuff that's probably going to be mega successful is probably stuff that was worked upon in sort of beer times. And this is why it's kind of interesting. Like it can be interesting to sort of consider this case. We don't know how it's going to play out, but DTC token, why I can see it be worth more than the Steem token is because you can have a psychological switch in people if they sort of start to see, and I love the Steem token, but if they sort of, and I'm going to explain my case here. But if they sort of see the Steem token go down to like 5 cents or something like that, and let's say they start to see DTC at maybe 1 cent, and then it creeps up to 2 cents, that can make it so more people are starting to sort of diversify. But the main reason why I think that people are going to diversify maybe is that this aspect of faster system with real value, real people, real authentic production of something. Video is faster communication. It's faster networking. It's just a faster transfer of value, faster way of communicating, faster way of seeing who is in it to win it, so to say. Like people that are like super super into, like if they truly want to win in life, they're probably doing videos. Like they probably doing videos because they want to get information out fast. They want to get it out to as many people as possible, and videos just win 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 there because it's getting out to people, and it's like it shows that a person is really like into what they're doing and that they really want to push something out there. So it's like, so the tokens that people are gonna have, they want something that's like, they want something that's fun, right? They want something that they hang on, and they want something. The cool thing is, like, with videos, you can make a lot of stuff very fun. And if people like hang there, like if they have their attention on the videos, and then if they then see the DTC stuff that is like easy to use, easy onboarding, those things, that eventually means that you potentially can have just this really really big snowball effect, where the thing that is like, first you covered one of the most important aspects, which is production. Okay, like video production, you have real value being produced by real people. You have people that's really invested, and that you also see that tokens are mostly going to where they actually should be going. You can actually then have this switch. Like if you would see the DTC, like if it would have more higher value than the Steem token, it may eventually cause this switch in a lot of people's heads, where yeah, you still love the Steem token, but if you look at it from a long-term aspect, a lot of people just want to store their value in probably one or two places, like in one or two token systems and stuff like that. And that may make it so, first, people probably want some digital gold thing, but then also they want some liquid value system. So they sort of, ideally, they have like two tokens or like three tokens. And then there is a lot of tokens that people are not even going to, like, people are not really going to pay their attention so much on like 10 or 20 token eventually, because it's like, why they're just going to go to the place like where they hang around a lot, and a lot of people hang around where videos are now, like, because it's just more fun. It's just better value, and it's just more engaging, and then they start to see the DTC. So you actually can have this effect where it actually can be worth more. And that is very, very, very interesting to consider. Because I look at it from a weight perspective. I look at it from like, how can you have, and this is something I talked about a long time, like you need or you need content weight. Is something that people usually do not consider, but it's like you have legit content production that has real weight, that it has something heavier backing it, like that there's a person behind it, or you see they're serious, something like that. And that actually, my theory then is that actually cause an effect, like a way bigger win-win effect, where like use one token more symbolic with a great brand, it actually has more weight also behind it, that if people love the system so much, then it creates this very interesting machine, right? uh and it's kind of fascinating, to talk about, because it actually then, like, at the moment right now, how I look at DTC is that it is real content creators place. Like, I actually see real content creators be rewarded. Why? It's like, it's so hard. It's so hard with, for example, the Steem token, to see where value flows. Like, it's actually really really hard. Like, yeah, you can go into some kind of explorer and sort of look at stuff, but there's so much noise. Like, there's so much other stuff that you have to filter through, and yeah. But what I think is Like if you do have a system, like from what I see right now, what I perceive, a system that is made for content creators, like real content creators, and you have this constant value flow where content creators are curating content creators, it creates this effect where people sort of understand the value of something. Real content creators that is getting a token, they're gonna value it higher. Like they're gonna value it higher because they're using it on a daily basis. Like they actually get the token, and that's one of the key things. Like you need a liquid system. So they get a lot of tokens, they see the abundance, and then they have like respect, like they know what one token unit actually means for them, while someone that is outside of the system, they probably not gonna understand, or they probably not gonna value it as much. So you want this effect so the content creators has most of the value because they're producing the most, and then you have this effect where they can sort of reinvest, and then they get win-win effect going, and then they see that other people are sort of seeing it. So in a way, I think that the whole market should sort of shift, that that instead of trying to appeal to sort of like investors eventually, like investors of course important, but eventually it should become this thing where the content creators, like the real content creators, becomes like the biggest investors and the biggest guys that are like reinvesting in a system because they love it so much. So if you create this process that is very fun for people, it looks like, I mean, what do people want? People want fun. Like people want fun. People want to joke around, and then they won't really care about the price. Like actually they won't care at all.